We have people from the 1980s all the way to 2000. And it's the first time we've ever done anything like this before overseas. We've had reunions in America, and they've been quite successful. So this hopefully is the start of a new tradition for Beber Camp, because we've, throughout the years met lots of great people. And what I'd like to do, just because this is camp and we should do something campy here tonight, is, we'd like to just maybe have everyone say a bit of a hello, who they are, what years they went to camp, and kind of what made you come back tonight. Because, clearly it wasn't this guy's face, who wanted us to come out tonight. But, what draws you back to Beber, even if you haven't been in 18 years, if you haven't been in 20, 25 years. So, I'd like to just go around in a circle tonight and, introduce yourself. It can be brief, it can be 30 seconds. We don't want to put you up on the spot, but, let's,
Emily Alden.
We'd love to hear from you. Again, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. We've shared Beber stories, and I will continue to do that, after this little programming piece. But, thanks a lot. So we'll start with Jonathan.
Thanks. Well, I'm the oldest, which actually it makes me wonder why I did come to see it to feel that way. But I was there in 1984, and I did.
Tell me your name.
Sorry, Johnny Morris, and I went back in.
You're not from Manchester.
Not as far as I was there on Wednesday. I was there in 1990 very briefly to go back with friends, and also 92. So it's now been, quickly doing the math, 17 years since I was last there. I went because I was involved in a neighbourhood youth organisation in England. I went as a camper on this course in 1981 to the sister camp Pearlman. I didn't want to go back, I wanted to do Camp America, so went to Beber, had the most fantastic summer, and still in touch, even this long time, a long time ago, still in touch with quite a few people, well, 2 or 3 people from camp, so that's me.
Todd Feingold. It's been so long, I'm not exactly sure the years I was there. I think it was late 80s, early 90s, about 3 or 4 years. When Michael called, I thought this was a great opportunity to see old faces, old friends, and share old memories. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see everybody.
Walter Colbert, I was at Beber in 91 for 10 weeks, 9 of which were pretty good, and got a little trouble towards the end. But no, I've always sort of had a connection because I had such a great time, and I met some of my closest friends in life, including this guy here. So it's kind of it's always been happy memories on those grounds.
Andrew Matlow from Manchester. I spent 2 years at Beber. I was there in '89 and there in '91. '89 was an okay year, and I remember I was at my desk doing a year off between university, and I had to go and do some work, and I was just thinking to myself, what am I going to do this year? I've got no summer plans at all. So I thought, I had a decent year a couple of years ago at Camp America. I've got 5 or 6 weeks to kill. What shall I do? So I thought, okay, I'll phone up Len and see if Len wants me back. He got all okay with me, so I got a big mouth and I could play the guitar a little bit. And he said he was desperate for somebody to play the guitar. So anyway, so I thought to myself, what should I do? So I thought, I'll come back to Camp America. And there are certain times in your life where things actually change for you, and I think that probably was one summer when you start to have a very good appreciation about who you are and what you can do with your life. Simply because I made an incredibly good friend to the gentleman to my left, who he was an usher at my wedding.
Where is Nick?
Where is Nick? You're right. Anyway,
This is
so
the
but
question.
as far as I was
Where is
concerned,
Nick Fitton?
exactly. As far as I was concerned, it was important to be here tonight because you get these occasions very rarely in life, and you must never shun them. So I'm delighted to be part of it. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for the round of applause.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Rich Wilson at camp. Richard Wilson to anybody else. I went 90, 91 and 92. So I was a sailing instructor in 90 and waterfront director 91 and 92. The only reason I was there was because Len rugby tackled me in a hotel room in Manchester. Otherwise I would never have gone. I can actually really only echo part of what Andy said. The only reason I went back was a gentleman sitting opposite me here, who has remained for 19 years, a very close friend and someone who's very valuable to me. Again, Andy is right. It's a strange experience, and I'm not Jewish. As I've become a father and a parent, and it's something that I now see for what it really is and how valuable it is, and something that I will cherish.
Something that
How do I follow those two?
probably should have mentioned this before.
Darren Berry, 5 years, 96 to 2000 or 95 to 99, something like that.
Easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all bad. It's all kind of rolled in, just followed suit. It was good fun, very enjoyable.
Okay. My name's Joel Bennett. My first summer was '93, and I was a camper for many years and took a couple summers off, and then came on staff, and I'm working for a camp full time, which is totally crazy. I was a kid who went for 2 weeks his first summer, and to this day can't really tell you why I went back for a second year, but there was something about it, and it's pretty amazing. And one of the cool things about being able to work for camp full time is that we get to have, without being too cheesy, but it's a camp night, so that's the way it goes. Nights like this and moments like this, because you think about who your counselors were, who you were friends with while you were working at camp, and it keeps going. And it's really neat to be able to be in the room with people who had kind of their own very significant and amazing lifetime of memories at Beber. So, thanks.